Why do we see miniskirts as a better indication of the freedom of women than we do, say, education? Take a look at an example of this. Going off of Western ideology, we would say that these women in the 70s in Iran are more free than the women today. Because, oh my gosh, their hair's out and you can see their arms. They must be more free. Let's compare education of women under the Shah, who has been seen as this beacon of freedom for women because they could wear miniskirts. Never mind the fact that if you ever saw that man speak about women, you could see just how deeply he detested them. Versus women under Ayatollah Khomeini. I encourage you to look up videos of where he's talking about women and compare him to him. So in 1979, female literacy under the Shah was 29%. 29% of women could read and write in Iran. Versus today, in 2026, where 98% of women in Iran can read and write. About university attendance, all those free women in their miniskirts, I'm sure were just all over the campuses of Iran, right? Wrong. 17% of women were college students in the 70s under the Shah. Versus today, which is 60%. 60% of college students in Iran are women. Do you know that that's almost identical to the metric in the United States? 57% of college students in the United States are women. How many women were obtaining university degrees in 1979? 3%. In 2026, 30% of women in Iran have a college degree. What about doctors? In 1979, 10% of women were doctors under the Shah, whereas today it's 40%. And finally, engineering and science. Under the Shah, 5% of women were engineers or scientists, and today, 70% of engineers and scientists in Iran are women. Do you know what that number is in the United States? 34%, compared to 70% of women in Iran. We have got to stop letting Western imperialist propaganda determine what's true or not for us. Freedom is not determined by the length of our skirt, but rather opportunities we have, education we have access to, and the option for upward mobility.